All right, we are on our weekend video series, and this should be video number 4. We've covered meal planning, we've covered tracking, and now we're going to cover what I like to call scheduling your weekends. So most people have a very regimented scheduled Monday through Friday, no matter really what's going on. I mean, you have some kind of, either you're taking kids somewhere, you're doing a job in some respect, or your spouse is doing a job and you're at home, and there's kind of this Monday through Friday routine. And that can be, of course, on different days if you work a different type of shift. So if you're somebody who works weekends, then your weekend might be a Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So your off days versus your on days. And what I see is people do super good with structure. They need to know where to be at certain times. They need to have a fluidity. So then the question becomes, what is the deal with weekends? Why is it I so look forward to weekends or my off time every week, Heather? And I want to do so good, but then it comes, I don't even remember what I got done in that weekend. It's all a blur. And I know I just ate the entire time. It's because you lack structure. We have to have structure. That's when the whole COVID-19 thing went down. What was the problem? It was a lack of structure for everyone. Schools were shut down. Kids didn't have anywhere to be. Many adults came home and had to work from home. There's no definitive start time, end time, no lunch breaks, there's no structure. And what did everyone do? They panicked. They went into a tailspin. They ate all day, right? Because we need the structure. Well, weekends are the same way. Now, when I use the word structure, it doesn't mean work. This is important. Structured time is, these are my eating windows. I'm going to go catch a movie with my best friend at 1 o'clock. So I put that on my calendar. In the afternoon, I'm doing this really cool project in the backyard. I'm going to spend 4 hours doing it. I'm going to block that out on my calendar. And what it does is it just shows you how you're dispersing your time. And it shows you where you're supposed to be at certain times based on the things that are important to you. So your time is structured during your work week, usually by your boss or school systems. During the weekend, you have to take those reins back and say, there's no one here to structure my time. I could just literally stay in my pajamas and sleep all day. And if that's what you want to do, then structure that in. But what you want to be fully aware of is, what is the game plan? So a way that I find it to be helpful for most people that do want to focus on weight loss is to plan something to focus on in the morning and then something after lunch, like having kind of like 2 anchored in things that you're going to do. And they can be anything. I'd encourage them not to be work. If you've been dying to sit down and just read, like you want to read a book and there's a series you're dying to read, block out 3 hours in the afternoon devoted to reading time. And if you know reading also usually brings on the munchies, maybe you choose to go to a park, throw a blanket out on the ground, lay down and read, right? Like, that is structured time. We know for 3 hours what you're planning to do. If you want to go for a nice walk in the morning, go to a yoga class, that should be structured too. So if you have these structured things on your calendar, a lot of people eat grazing through the weekend because they're bored. They don't know where they're supposed to be. They don't have anything to focus on. Again, Monday through Friday, work week, super focused. You have all these places to be, all these things to do. Weekends, not so much. So you have to take that 2-day time period and think about, what do I want to invest my time on? What is it I want to spend my time doing? Pick fun things you would enjoy and block them out. And that way, when you don't know what you do, oh yeah, that's right, I'm going to go spend 3 hours reading at the park today. Great. I now know exactly what I'm doing with my time. I have a plan of action. And guess what will start to happen? The more time you structure for yourself, the less open windows you have to just eat food. So baby step number 1, when you're looking at your weekends, by now you should be meal planning. We've covered that in the video. You're hopefully tracking. Our next goal is on Thursday or Friday, when you sit down to do your meal plan, look at the upcoming weekend, see if you have any social obligations, look at your 2 days that you have off, and say, okay, I know I'm going out to dinner with my friends on Friday night, but then what do I want to do in the morning and what do I want to do in the afternoon? And it can be anything, but block it out. So you know exactly in your mind, oh, that's right, maybe I need to sleep in that day. And so I know I'm going to get up late, so maybe I won't even eat till 11 o'clock, right? So I block that out. Make sure you're looking at your weekends, blocking out the time, planning your events, so that way when you roll up on the time, you're not just kind of meandering through the day. I hope this helps. And I think I may do one wrap-up video on the weekends. If you have questions or anything else you want me to cover, let me know, and I will try to see if I can include another video in the series. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.